Yo, what's up, world? It's Hassan Minhaj. And we need to talk about China. We all know China is the factory of the world, right? Pumping out everything from iPhones to yoga pants. But here's the plot twist. China's playing a new game now. They're not just making stuff anymore. They're using that stuff to flex their global muscles. China's realized that in the 21st century, trade isn't just about making money, it's about power. And they're playing the long game, strategically using their manufacturing dominance to become a global superpower. Think about it, whoever controls the supply chains controls the world. This isn't about free trade or fair competition anymore. This is about China writing its own rules for the global economy. And trust me, they're not playing by the rules we're used to. Here's how China's playing hardball export controls. They're basically saying, you want the good stuff, the stuff that powers your phones, your cars, your entire digital life? Well, you got to play by our rules. They're restricting access to key technologies and resources, using them as bargaining chips in geopolitical negotiations. Need rare earth minerals for your fancy electric car batteries? Tough luck unless you're cool with China's policies in the South China Sea. See how this works? This is straight up economic warfare, and it's sending shockwaves through the global economy. Countries that have become reliant on China for critical goods are starting to sweat, and one country feeling the heat more than most is our friend India. Let's talk specifics. China's not messing around with your average t-shirts and toys. They're going after the industries of the future: electronics, electric vehicles, and solar panels. These are the sectors that will shape the 21st century, and China wants to control them all. They're holding back on exporting crucial components, like semiconductors, batteries, and solar cells. These are the brains and the heart of our modern gadgets and green technologies. Without them, countries like India are stuck in neutral, unable to build their own high-tech industries. This is about more than just economic competition, it's about strategic dominance. China knows that whoever controls these technologies will control the future, and they're playing for keeps. China's export controls are like a bomb going off in the world of global trade. Remember when we thought globalization was going to bring us all together? Yeah, about that. China's actions are driving a wedge between nations, forcing them to choose sides. On one side, you've got countries that are willing to play by China's rules, even if it means compromising their values or their own economic interests. On the other side, you've got countries that are pushing back, looking to diversify their supply chains and reduce their dependence on China. This is creating a world that's increasingly fragmented, with different blocs and alliances forming. The old rules of globalization are being rewritten, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Section 5, India's China Challenge, a rude awakening. Now, let's talk about India. India and China, they go way back, right? Ancient civilizations, neighbors, sometimes rivals. But in the 21st century, their relationship has been defined by trade, with India becoming increasingly reliant on Chinese imports. And here's the problem. China's new game is a major wake-up call for India. They've been relying on cheap Chinese goods for too long, and now they're feeling the pinch. China's export controls are exposing the vulnerabilities in India's economic model, particularly its dependence on Chinese technology. This is a critical moment for India. They can either continue down the same path, becoming increasingly vulnerable to Chinese pressure, or they can use this as an opportunity to chart a new course. Let's get real, folks. From smartphones to solar panels, India's economy is hooked on Chinese imports. Walk down any street in Mumbai or Delhi, and you'll see what I mean. But this dependence comes at a cost. China's export controls are hitting India where it hurts, disrupting supply chains and driving up prices. The electronics sector, the EV industry, the renewable energy goals, all facing major roadblocks. This isn't just about economics, it's about national security. Can India really afford to rely on a potential adversary for critical technologies? The writing's on the wall, India. It's time to break free from this dependence and build a more self-reliant future. India, it's time to channel your inner entrepreneur. You've got the talent, you've got the drive, and you've got a massive domestic market. Now's the time to invest in your own manufacturing capabilities to become a global hub for high-tech innovation. The government's Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, that's self-reliant India for you non-Hindi speakers, is a step in the right direction. But it's going to take a massive effort from both the public and private sectors to make this a reality. This isn't just about reducing dependence on China, it's about unleashing India's true economic potential. It's about creating jobs, boosting innovation, and securing a brighter future for all Indians. Look, China's power play isn't just an India problem, it's a global wake-up call. The old rules of globalization are crumbling, and we're entering a new era of great power competition. Countries around the world are realizing that economic security is national security. They're diversifying their supply chains, investing in domestic manufacturing, and forming new alliances. The world is rearranging itself, and the only question is, where will India stand? This is a defining moment, not just for India, but for the entire global order. So, what's it going to be, India? Will you continue to rely on a China that's increasingly willing to use its economic might as a weapon? Or will you seize this moment to become a truly self-reliant power, a leader in the industries of the future? The choice is yours. But remember, the world is watching, and the future is waiting. Peace out.